Today I want to introduce Daniel, our President-Elect. And he will share today the importance of why it's better to give than to receive. Let's hear it from Daniel. Welcome, Mr. Daniel Ferreira, President-Elect.
Today I'm going to talk about not a cape crusader, not Batman, not Superman, not even Spider-Man. Somebody much more powerful than that. That somebody is, of course, this. Now, does anybody know what this is?
There is no spoon. A tool.
In this case, this is a spoon. Now, what do we use a spoon for? To eat. Now, you can use to eat cereal. You can make, a smoothie, I guess, maybe something. But we typically use this to eat. Now, this might not be the hero that we need, but the hero that we deserve. But there's also another hero. And that hero is a bigger spoon. Now, what is a spoon used for? Well, if you really like ice cream and you need the biggest scoop ever, you could do this. Now, this is actually used to serve. You're using this to serve a person because it would take forever to serve somebody with this, wouldn't it? Imagine trying to give away or give somebody, mashed potatoes, and you're very gently giving them with this. You're serving people with this. Now, these are tools. And sometimes we're the big spoon, sometimes we're the little spoon. Now, the little spoon is the spoon that we use to eat, and the big spoon is a spoon that we use to give. And it is better to give than to receive. As some of you may know, I do a lot of networking. And when you go networking, it doesn't matter if you go to a Chambers event, you go to a random networking event for your work, for your business. Everybody, and I am guilty of this as well, sometimes I'm the little spoon because I want to eat. I want to make money like everybody else. But you actually get more by being the bigger spoon, by giving to people. And that's what networking is all about. Sometimes we show up to a lot of these networking events if you own a business, and somebody will just give you their business card and say, here, call me. Do you need a realtor? Do you need your carpet cleaned? Do you need, I don't know, what else? Instead of asking, how can I be a service to you? How can I serve you? And in business, as is in life, it's pretty much the same thing, where a wise man once said, it is better to give than to receive. And this is another thing that I would say. Sometimes even being a little spoon, you can also serve people. I was actually in a potluck one time, and we all brought something. And there was a little old lady that she didn't bring anything because she couldn't afford to bring. And the gentleman in the back, I don't know his name, so random masked hero, said, don't worry, just come over here and let's give you as much food as you want. And that always kind of struck me. I was like, wow, that is generous. Even though she didn't bring anything to the table, she's still being served. And how can we serve people? Well, we can serve people. You don't have to say, hey, I'm going to close a condo deal of like $1 million in Miami Beach. You can actually serve people as in, hey, how are you doing through text? How are you feeling today? Or can I help you today with, I don't know, whatever task you need help with? Can I help you with your homework? How are you feeling? Asking people these very basic questions and helping people is being the big spoon. Now, it doesn't matter how big this spoon is, there's always going to be bigger spoons out there. Sometimes, you have somebody that's just extremely rich. And I'm sure you've seen where like somebody, a celebrity will donate $100,000. And you think to yourself, wow, That's a lot of money. But even if I make $100,000 and I donate the equivalent of $1.50, that's like them donating $100,000. But that's not the point, is that you're giving from your heart. And even though the smallest of donations would work, it's still being shown as a bigger spoon, no matter how big or small you are. Now, the other thing that I want to touch base on is, although these spoons are everybody in life, sometimes, most of the time, you might be the little spoon, most of the time, you might be the big spoon. I want you to ask yourselves one question. And this question is, today, how can I be the bigger spoon, and how can I help somebody in need? Thank you.